am the fire. I am burning brighter, roaring like a storm. And I am the one.
Top of the morning to you there, Phoenix Nation. How are you doing on this bright and morning day? I am your girl, Jade Feinics here. How you doing? I couldn't keep the accent up for this. I'm an American Irish. I'm sorry. That's what we do. It's how we do it. And as always, I am joined by my beautiful and lovely co-host, Choco.
Hello, top of the morning as well. I'm Italian, so I'm not even going to try.
Quay. Total quay.
Total queer moment.
Quay. So our Choco is coming to you guys from their quarantine nest.
Basically.
Because our Choco unfortunately went out, decided to chase a leprechaun for their Lucky Charms, and got a little under the weather.
Little did I know I could just buy Lucky Charms at the grocery store.
Little did you know.
Emotional damage.
How did you know? You could have figured it out. Nobody knew. Damn it. Because all we wanted was those goddamn Lucky Charms.
What did he say?
But
I wanted the pot of gold.
you did.
I watched too much Luck of the Irish.
You really did. It's fine. It's fine.
I miss that movie. I wish Disney Channel would put that back on. I actually really liked that movie.
I mean, and the guy was really cute, so it helped.
He was. Was he the same one who did the mermaid guy?
Yes.
Or was that a different guy?
Nope, same guy.
Okay, I thought he was cute in both of them. But I was also a teenager at the time. So.
I mean, fair. I mean, I was obviously older than the guy when he came out, I think, when those movies came out, but still cute. Cute. So, if you couldn't tell from the accents, we are obviously coming to you talking on St. Patrick's Day, which is obviously international. Everybody's Irish. I mean, smashing. Why not? Right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was looking up some stuff, and I didn't know this, but like even in places as far as Japan, they have St. Patrick's Day parades and celebrate it there. And I'm just like, really, in Japan?
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, the St. Patrick's Day parade, believe it or not, is actually become an international thing. It really has. It's become an international thing. And the funny thing is, you would think that the St. Patrick's Day parade started in Ireland. It didn't. It started actually right here in the United States of America.
Did it start in New York? Because I wouldn't be surprised.
No, actually, fun fact for you.
Boston?
No, Florida.
Oh, okay. Because my next guess was Chicago, so I would have still been wrong.
No, it's not that you're wrong. Those are the three biggest parades, actually, in the United States, with the New York one being the absolute biggest and actually the oldest civilian parade. But we'll get there.
Oh, okay.
We'll get there. So it's funny because the first St. Patrick's Day, it was originally celebrated here in America, not in Ireland. And the funny thing is, the first parade was actually held March 17th, 1601.
Wow, in Florida?
Mm-hmm. In a Spanish colony in Florida that is now known as St. Augustine.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm still confused, but okay.
The parade and celebration are accredited to the colony's Irish vicar, a man named Ricardo Artur. I know. He actually did a small parade the year before and then saw that everybody liked it so much, so they did a complete celebration the next year. But that was technically the first recorded history of a St. Patrick's Day celebration here in the Americas.
That's really cool. I would have never guessed Florida of all places. That's like saying, the first St. Patrick's Day parade was in Arizona.
I know.
So random.
I know. And the parade itself actually became a thing because of homesick Irish soldiers that were serving the English military during the War of Independence. So they marched in New York City for the first time, March 17th, 1772.
Well, yeah, because that's supposedly when he died.
No, St. Patrick?
right? Or yeah.
No.
Well, no, not the year, but the date, the 17th of March.
No, that's the day that
No?
he is actually observed as a saint.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would give you...
History.com was wrong.
History.com was a little wrong. They think that St. Patrick's actually died on my birthday, which was March 14th. So yay, happy birthday to Jade. Woo! Jade had a happy birthday. I'm old and I'm crotchety and it's fine. Like
It's okay. You're honored by St. Patrick.
Oh, bitch.
It's fine. We're fine. I'm fine. But it's fun because I get to, like, when it comes to my birthday celebration, it is always followed by St. Patrick's Day. So if I don't get to party on my birthday, I can always party on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Which makes it, like, you know, pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's like an extra birthday.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I used to, well, also, like, growing up, I had a grade school friend named Paul. And his birthday is actually today. So, Paul, wherever you are in the Phoenix Nation, happy birthday, brother. But, yeah. So, it was kind of cool because I used to joke around as a kid and say that the parade wasn't really for St. Patrick's Day. It was for me.
I would too. Heck. I mean, the closest I get is, like, sometimes Easter's very close to my birthday, but there's no real, like, there's, like, a TV Easter parade, but, like, no one watches that. No one does.
No. Nobody watches that. It's fine. It's fine. But, so, when it comes to the St. Patrick's Day parade, that is actually hailed as, you know, it was a big thing. Like, it was the like, for Irish soldiers that were brought over here to fight against the colonies, they were homesick and they didn't want to be fighting in this fucking war. So what did they do? They marched in the middle of New York City. And because it was so popular and it gave so much, like, the Irish at the time, so much pride that they kept doing it. And believe it or not, the parade became a must-attend event for political hopefuls because of what was known as the Green Machine back in the day, because the Irish were coming over here in droves, secondary to immigration, and of course the, you know, Black 47, the Irish potato famine, which actually started in 1845.
Yeah.
But Black 47, which is actually the year 1847, is known as the darkest year in Ireland's history because it is when the potato famine was at its worst, and most of the Irish were forced to come to America or they died.
Yeah, it's basically what the options were.
Pretty much. But up until then, in the mid-19th century, most Irish immigrants were actually middle-class Protestants, not Catholic. It's pretty interesting.
And it is.
I mean, if you think about it, believe it or not, because, like, if you know anything about Irish history, the Catholic Irish and the Protestant Irish don't get along.
There's just a little bit,
just a smidge of, you know, issues there. So when the quote unquote Green Machine was starting to form back in the day, the potato famine, which started in 1845, basically had close to 1 million poor and uneducated Irish Catholics immigrating to the United States, where up until that time, the Protestant Irish immigrants were all middle class, educated, and established. So, of course, the Protestant Irish immigrants hated the Catholic Irish immigrants.
Well, yeah.
The Catholic Irish immigrants could not find jobs at all. They, like, when they came here, it was just no. They everywhere they went, it was no. So for them, starting to march on St. Patrick's Day was a big deal. But we were portrayed in the media not so favorably.
Yeah, they were not like the Irish in the beginning.
Still aren't in some places, but even in news stories, we were actually portrayed as drunk, violent monkeys.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I am almost pure-blooded Irish on my father's side. I'm Irish-Italian. I am literally, my Irish bloodline is almost so pure that there is literally, you can trace my bloodline all the way back to a single town in Ireland.
Kilkenny, right?
Kilkenny County, but we come from, that area, Cork, County Cork, all that, And
I like Kilkenny. They make good cartoons.
They do.
That area.
They do.
Cartoon Saloon. I'm gonna probably watch one of their cartoons today in honor of St. Patrick's Day.
Wolf Children is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my favorite so far. But the what is the other one? The Secret of the Kells?
Yeah, Secret of Kells, and then they have Song of the Sea, which is about the Irish Selkies.
Oh, I love that.
It's very cute.
Ireland has such great lore when it comes to our things, because it's like, people want to know why St. Patrick for us is such a big deal. Which, obviously, if you were on history.com, you already saw that, they weren't really giving you the right stuff.
Yeah, no, I thought, I was like, oh, history.com, this should be correct. And, no.
Yeah, I know. So, basically, St. Patrick, he was born in Roman Britain, which back in the 5th century, obviously, was still occupied by Rome, and they owned everything in the British Isles, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, the whole. As
a Roman, I'm sorry.
You're fine. Unfortunately, my Italian side does not have any Roma blood. We are Calabrian and Napolitan, so sorry. But that wasn't my people. It's your people.
Yeah. Well, half of me.
Half of you, yeah. But it's fine.
It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
It's fine. The Romans were doing their thing. They owned most of the world that we knew of back in the day. It is what it is. But St. Patrick was kidnapped from the British Isles and brought to Ireland as a slave at age 16. That's basically how it was. And, people are like, oh, well, how did he become a saint? And what about all the snakes of Ireland? And they actually, one of the big things that people say with St. Patrick's legend is that he drove all the snakes out of Ireland, and they say that is a metaphor for the pagans, which is actually not true. That rhetoric was added later.
Yeah, by Christians, right? Probably.
Catholics.
Yeah.
It was added by the Catholics about 700 years later after he died.
Because, they have to get rid of everything pagan. But anyway, besides the point.
I mean, yeah. But basically, St. Patrick's Day is celebrated as the anniversary of St. Patrick's death in the 5th century, but it is actually postulated that he did die on either the 14th or the 15th. Which is funny, because isn't the 15th a very important day for Romans?
Yeah, the Ides of March.
Hail Caesar. Hiya!
Yeah. Brutus, it's so nice to have some friends who will never hurt you instantly get stabbed in the back. Thanks, Brutus.
Don't!
Oops. Et tu, Brute? But the wonderful thing is if you are a Catholic or practicing one of those religions, that we are in Lent right now.
It's supposed to be if you're good practicing.
If you're a good practicing, you're supposed to be in Lent right now. So honestly, if you are very hardcore practicing, you know that you're not supposed to eat meat during Lent. Yeah,
that's not, especially on Fridays. No on Fridays.
Right. So,
I don't remember why, but not Fridays.
I'm not sure either.
That's just how I grew up. I was never given an excuse, and I never listened to it.
I don't know. There you go. But basically, for St. Patrick's Day, the tradition of the non-meat is lifted. And we are allowed to have a meal of Irish bacon and cabbage, which later on came here and became corned beef and cabbage and the shepherd's pie and all that other fun, wonderful things. Which
corned beef is so good.
Surprisingly, they don't eat that in Ireland, right?
That doesn't surprise me. It's the same thing. We don't really have a lot of Italian food that you'll find here, like chicken parmesan. You're not really going to find that in Italy.
It's true. Even though it's so good.
I mean, it's good. It's just like corned beef is good, but yeah.
But it's funny because the Feast of St. Patrick, even though he died in the 5th century, only started being observed since the 9th or the 10th century. Interesting.
That is interesting.
It is, because I'm sitting here going, okay, well, what happened in the 500 years since the guy died that, like, you decided to not only canonize him as a saint, but now start celebrating his feast day?
I'm going to say tourism.
I'm glad you brought that up because Ireland, remember, America is the one that originally started celebrating St. Patrick's Day the way that it did. Ireland only started picking up the traditions that the Irish were doing to encourage tourism to Ireland for St. Patrick's Day.
It's a good idea. It's not definitely has helped, I think.
I don't disagree with you. I mean, shit, I would love one day to be able to go. There are several things that I would like to do at least once in my lifetime. I would like to see. I would like to go to Mardi Gras.
Like in Louisiana?
Yes, I would like to go to. I would like to go to Mardi Gras. I want to go to see. I just want to experience it once. I don't need to do it more than once because we're New Yorkers. We know what it's like to come around this place that's known for something only around a certain time of the year.
Yeah.
We don't like this.
Nothing for you.
So.
Yeah.
But I would like to experience it one time. Just like I would like to experience going to Salem during Halloween one time. Just one.
That's something you got to plan, I think, like 2 years in advance. Because, like, it's not even because it's just that, like, the stuff is sold out, like, years in advance for that.
Emotional.
So, I know.
It's true. But, like, these are, like, obviously they're so popular now and everybody wants to do it. But it is one of those things that I would just like to do once.
So you'd want to go to Ireland for St. Patrick's Day?
There you go. That's what I was building up to because I've experienced being in FDNY for God knows how long as I've been there. A long time. But because of that, I was able to actually experience the St. Patrick's Day parade, marching in that parade instead of just observing it from the sidelines.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yes. And the thing is, so the first official New York City St. Patrick's Day parade took place in 1848.
Good year.
Agreed. It is
I guess.
The New York City parade is the world's oldest civilian parade. Like, there's no other parade in the world that is older than this parade.
Nice.
And it is the largest in the United States with over 150,000 participants, and it draws close to 3 million people from the sidelines every year.
It's bigger than the Macy's?
Bigger than the Macy's Day Parade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's bigger than Thanksgiving. It is literally the biggest parade in New York. And we have a lot of parades. Like,
yeah, we have a parade almost once a week.
Well,
sometimes.
Pre-Panini we did.
Yeah.
Pre-Panini we did.
Yeah, there was like a parade at least once a month for sure, guaranteed. And then some months had like multiple.
Right, like we have the Easter parade. We have ticker tape parades for when a New York team wins. We have the St. Patrick's Day parade. We have Thanksgiving Day parade. We have all
the Heritage Days parade for the different cultures.
West Indian Day, Dominican Day, Puerto Rican. Like we have like Gay Pride. We have the Gay Pride parade.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a parade literally almost every single month. Every single month in New York. Before the Panini actually happened, there was a parade. Mermaid Parade over in Coney Island. Hello.
I never went to that. I always wanted to, though.
Again, another bucket list thing for me. I've wanted to go. I just, for some reason, whenever the Mermaid Parade rolls around, I forget.
Yeah, I usually find out last minute, and then it's like, I don't want to go because it's last minute.
Yeah, exactly.
I never know when it actually is.
I know it's in...
It's in May, right? Or no?
Is it May or August?
I don't know.
Exactly. There's the hello, and also the other thing is since the Panini happened, I don't know the parade schedule anymore. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know the convention schedule with the panini, so
Dude.
let alone parades, which I didn't know before. So
Mood! I mean, and it's bad enough that, like, obviously we're going to go off on a little tangent here, but it's bad enough that our convention schedule is so fucked up that...
I know. I'm just starting to put stuff on the calendar because I'm trying to figure out, what weekends I have free and stuff like that, because I want to know what I can do when. So I just started...
Con Crunch.
Yeah, I started using my calendar, and I actually am not a really big calendar user.
Shocking.
In the past, so now I have to be.
I mean, dude, seriously, I buy calendars, and I enjoy having calendars, and I enjoy having planners, and then I forget that I have them.
I have a shelf full of planners that have not been used, so or partially used. So yeah, it's funny because I actually just walked by my fake Irish soda bread, which I'm very upset at.
Why is it fake?
There's no caraway seeds in it.
The nerve!
I know, because I went to the store because I have never made Irish soda bread from scratch, and I didn't want to make it this year. So I went to the store to get Irish soda bread because I really love it. It's so good when you heat it up and put some butter on it. It's delicious.
If you get the Irish butter and put it on there,
yeah, the Kerrygold. No, it's really, really good. And I was like really excited for it. And I went to the grocery store near me, and I found, they had it. It was really cheap. It looked authentic to me because, like, I've seen, like the store made ones that really you can tell it's going to taste like just bread. But this one looked really authentic. So I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I bought it. I cut into it, and I was like, there's no caraway seeds in this. This is just bread with raisins at this point. Which, I mean, it's fine. It still tastes good heated up, but it doesn't have that taste that the caraway seeds give it. That, like, I don't know how to describe that taste, but it gives it almost like a fennel taste.
It gives it an earthy taste.
Yeah.
That nice that you could, it kind of doesn't, I don't like using the term, it tastes like dirt. Like, caraway seeds do not taste like dirt, but it gives, I find, whenever I use caraway seeds in any recipe, especially bread, that it gives it that nice earthy flavor and takes away the yeasty flavor that makes it bread.
Yeah, like you taste it and you're like, yep, this is carbs. But when you have the Irish soda bread made correctly, you're like, oh no, this is its own thing. This is good.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I had that this morning, even though it doesn't have the caraway seeds in it. I was like, well, I have to eat it anyway. So.
I mean, at the same time, it's like, you know what? Bread is bread.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's going to go bad if I don't eat it, so I guess I'll eat it. But I'm going to try and get some corned beef and cabbage later this weekend, maybe, because it was expensive at the grocery store.
Yeah, that's a mood. Basically, I'm waiting on DigiNan to drop by. We might end up going out to Riverdale in the Bronx later on tonight because a friend of mine is actually DJing at the Riverdale Steakhouse, and he hit me up. Yeah, and he hit me up, and he's just like, you got to come by. I mean, honestly, I'm actually breaking my tradition because usually every St. Patrick's Day, I'm in the city.
Yeah, you're usually in the city. And don't you usually have, like, I don't remember. I feel like I'm wrong with this, but don't you usually have shepherd's pie every year?
Me?
Like,
yes.
Isn't that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
I do. That is my thing.
I remember that, and I don't remember why I remember that, but
Probably
I remember you
because I won't
it.
shut up about it.
Well, it's really good. It's really good. So,
oh, it's so good.
If you get it done good, it's good.
Yes.
Otherwise,
it's just basically taters
and beef. Yeah.
And ground beef. Woohoo! But you got to have the meat has to be done correctly in a shepherd's pie. You got to have it in beer. You got to cook it in some Guinness. It has to be cooked. Thank you. It has to be cooked in Guinness. It has to have that nice, like, thick gravy, but not too thick of a gravy. The potatoes have to be roasted correctly. Okay. I mean,
You need that nice char on top too from flambeing it. Yeah. Need that nice, like, get the torch out and burn the top a little bit.
That's right.
Oh, I like your funny words, Magic Man.
That's right. That is right. But I mean,
That's one of my favorite sound effects.
mine too. It's fitting. It's fitting because like the whole thing is, and this is what pisses me off, is that most people don't understand that Irish food is very simple. We are very simple people when it comes to the culinary arts because honestly, we know how to cook and we need it functional. So there you go. Which is why the potato famine was such a big freaking deal because that was the main staple of everybody's diet.
Well, yeah, you could do so much with potatoes.
Yep, it's true.
They're incredibly versatile, and like a lot of Irish cooking is very like if you like Lord of the Rings or any high fantasy, and you have like the commoners' food, that's pretty much Irish cuisine.
Yeah,
is very similar. That's what they usually base it off of. Like hobbits are Irish people, and you can't tell me wrong on that. Like that's definitely who the hobbits are based off of, are the Irish, because like you look at their cooking on like the way they eat and stuff, 100% Irish cooking right there.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Hey, baby.
Like without a doubt. My whole thing is like people try to like do Irish food and they try to like do it over and over and try to make it better. No, leave it alone. It's good the way that it is. It is good the way that it is.
Simple is sometimes the best.
I know. And it's like, and the thing is that a lot of people don't understand is that like when we came here, when a lot of my ancestors came here around that time, like some of them, you know, like we were here. I have an ancestor that I found because I've been doing the genealogy for my family. So I've been trying to research my Irish half as much as I can because I don't really know anything about it. Because, you know, I don't really have much contact with that side of the family, minus my dad. And my dad is not very talkative and obviously very Americanized. So we don't really know the history. And I'm kind of obsessed with learning the history, considering the fact that my familial line is almost pure and unbroken all the way back to a single county. Like I have cousins over there that I've gotten matched up with through DNA matching, thanks to like ancestry.com, and like, there's a big project that one of my distant cousins, a man named Martin J. Curley, is doing, and it's called.
I like that name.
Yeah, it's called the Black 47 Project, and it is trying to track down the lost children of Ireland, the ones that immigrated here.
Nice. That's really cool.
It is.
Yeah, I wish I had cool stuff like that. And mine is like, no, we're just like peasant Italians. We probably named ourselves,
It's possible.
like gave our own last name because we were so peasant-y. I have nothing cool like that.
I mean, that you know of.
No, I've tried. Ancestry was like, nah, we can't find you.
Wow.
Good luck.
Really?
I was like, thanks, Ancestry. Thanks.
You did the DNA?
No, I didn't do the DNA, but I tried searching our name, like doing it. This was before the DNA testing home kits. This was when, like, I tried searching, and they were like, yeah, you have to pay, like, the crazy amount to do the European Ancestry.com.
Oh,
and
yeah,
even then,
the
like, we don't have that much.
Explorer.
Yeah. Because they were like, yeah, you have zero American heritage. You're just really, really Italian. We can't help you. I was like, cool, thanks.
It's called a hustle.
Wow. No, it's funny because, like, honestly, thanks to Ancestry.com and, you know, the DNA kid helped me find Mr. Curley. And actually, he actually found me. Because it obviously, when you do the DNA test and you connect it to your Ancestry account, it finds members that also put their DNA kits into Ancestry.com and connects you. So he found me through there, and he explained who he was and how we were connected, which is fascinating because I absolutely knew nothing about familial strands on the DNA until Mr. Curley started teaching me. And he told me how he's running the Black 47 Project, trying to find the lost children of Ireland, especially the ones that hail from our family.
That's really cool.
So, like, in 1875, so we're coming up on, like, the 200, like, it's been 175 years almost No, it has been 2022 actually marks 175 years.
That's really cool.
Since Black 47. And the project wants to bring home or at least connect children that were forced to give up their heritage or to fit in, obviously, as we were talking earlier about how the Catholic Irish, when they came here, were poor, they were uneducated, they couldn't get jobs, they were portrayed as drunk, violent monkeys and just bad people. They were forced to give up their heritage. They were forced...
Or change names, even.
Well, Ellis Island, we're not even going to go into that. But
that's its own topic.
It's its own topic. Well, we could cover immigration in another podcast, but they were forced to give up themselves when they came here. And they weren't able to pass on some of the traditions and heritage and stories to their children. So obviously, if their children didn't get it, then their grandchildren, great-grandchildren, so on and so forth didn't get it.
Yeah.
Prime example, me. I don't know jack shit about my family's heritage, but apparently we have a castle in Ireland. Who the fuck?
That's so cool.
Who the fuck knew? Okay.
I think I have dirt.
Nani?
But it's like, so this project is very important to me. Obviously, this day is pretty important to me because, like, I'm Irish all the time, but today I get to be a little bit extra Irish, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, and it's cool because we were talking a little bit earlier about how, because of the massive surge of immigration from Ireland, how the Irish people actually became known as the Green Machine. And that was a very important swing vote for a lot of politicians back in the day. If you could get the Irish on your side, you were good.
Yeah, didn't that really help Kennedy?
I believe so, yes. I didn't really find that. It was mostly where back in the day, because there were so many political parties back in the day, the Irish actually created their own independent Irish societies and parties, and later on realized that they were better off working together than apart and against each other, and that's how they became the Green Machine.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, it's so much better when people work together.
It's true. It's true.
We could learn a lot through history and not just facts.
I mean,
but anyway, that's a side note.
I mean, as long as the history is accurate, not whitewashed.
Yeah.
So, but again, topic for another day. So the fun thing about you were mentioned earlier about Boston and Chicago and their parades, where the funny thing is, in 1962, that is when they started the annual dyeing of the Chicago River.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know they dye it green.
They do. So
right, every year?
Every year, since 1962. Now, the fun part is they originally never dyed it green in honor of St. Patrick's Day. They dyed it green to find out where people were doing illegal dumping into the river for pollution.
It's amazing.
So the thing is what they would do is they would take 100 pounds of vegetable dye and it would be dumped into the river and it would actually keep the river green for about a week. So they originally started doing this to find where people would be having illegal spillage into the river because obviously it would show up as a lighter color.
Off topic, I want to know if they ever found any bodies because of that.
Most likely.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure? Stay calm.
I kind of wish I had a sound right now that said that of let the bodies hit the floor, but you know.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah. But the fun thing is person pointed out later on, like, hey, this is a cool way to honor the St. Patrick's Day parade if we dye the river green for a week.
Killed two birds with one stone. St. Patrick's Day, and you get to check the river.
Pretty much, yeah. But because of EPA standards and now in modern day, they actually only dump about 40 pounds of the green vegetable dye into the river, and it only dyes it green for a few hours.
That's lame. I understand, but that's lame.
Yeah, I mean, like, but with all the pollution in the world today, I mean, seriously, also, like, my whole thing is also, unless you're using some kind of vegetable dye that has, like, crazy freaking carcinogens and additives in it, why is that considered pollution?
Right. If it's vegetable dye, I don't see, if anything, it might help the ecosystem, but
Yep.
I mean, I don't know the ecosystem of Chicago, so.
It's true. Also, the other big thing that I found is that when it comes to the parades, I think only one president started the trend of possibly coming. I didn't really get a chance to research this part, but I do know that in 1948, President Truman attended the New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they really visit.
No, but you would think so, considering how they were actually a must-attend event for political hopefuls back in the day because of how the Irish were such a huge swing vote. But
yeah, plus it's a fun parade, so you would think they'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll go.
Right, exactly. You would think that, right? You would think that. But now you also have to contend with, we have, the parade in Boston, which is, I think, the second largest compared to the one here, because there's an extremely heavy Irish population in Boston.
Oh, yeah. Most of Boston is still, I would say. I would say a good portion of Boston is still very Irish.
I mean, hello. The Boondock Saints are based in Boston. They're based in Boston, all right? I don't have a good Boston accent. I can't do it. I mean, unless you count it as like Boston, getting a car. I can't. I mean, that's as good as you're gonna get.
Hey, it's better than me right now, so.
I told you to stop chasing those leprechauns. Which is actually brings me up to a next point that I wanted to make, and why everybody's goes, well, why is the leprechaun associated with St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, because his story doesn't have leprechauns in it. So what does the leprechaun have to do? Tell us, Jade.
Here's the deal. The leprechaun, believe it or not, is actually not even a major fae.
Yeah, they're like a minor, right? They're just sometimes there.
He's a minor fae. He's portrayed as cranky and small, and it's usually, the lore goes that he repairs the other fae's shoes.
It's like the Danny DeVito of fairies.
Well, Danny DeVito, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, come on.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's perfect.
That's how I picture leprechauns, is they're all Danny DeVito in a green outfit.
I mean, fair. Fair. You're not wrong. We've unlocked the secret. We know, Danny. We know. We know.
The funny thing is I think I'm actually taller than Danny DeVito by like 1 inch. So maybe I'm a leprechaun. I'm the rare Italian leprechaun.
So would that make you a brownie?
I don't know.
I might make you a brownie, because brownies and leprechauns were portrayed as being around the same height, but I think brownies were bigger. Just slightly.
I'm a brownie then.
Yeah, just slightly. And brownies are also known as the home fae. Like if you had a brownie living in your home was blessed.
Oh, that makes sense. Also, that was as far as I went in Girl Scouts.
That is hysterical. I was actually
I could have made it to junior, and then it was like, nah.
I made it to junior. I did. I rocked that green vest. I made it to junior. I almost made it to cadet, but then there were no, back when I was doing this, there were no cadet troops.
Yeah.
So I couldn't continue.
Yeah, I have like the junior vest somewhere, probably at my mom's house, but like I never actually wore it. Because my troop split up as soon as like everyone was like, you're juniors, and then the troop split up like the next day. So I was like, all right, so I'm kind of technically still a brownie.
It's fine. We can still eat the Girl Scout cookies and, say the pledge.
Oh, side note, I'll have to show you. I'll post it on the Phoenix Gate Instagram. But did you know that I have a doppelganger on one of the Girl Scout cookie boxes? There's like a little girl who looks exactly like me. On, I believe, the tag-along box, she's in a canoe. And if you look at her face, it looks exactly like me.
Yes, I saw that you had posted that up on your personal Instagram page.
Yeah, I'll have to post it on there since we're talking Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, definitely, because even Girl Scout cookies have Irish-sounding cookies. Hello.
We have the trefoil.
The trefoil.
I always assumed that was like a clover. It looks like it.
Well,
Yeah.
it is. It is a clover with the Girl Scout logo in the middle.
Yeah, the 3 faces.
The 3 faces. And then also it has, we have the tagalongs.
Mm-hmm.
I believe back in the day there used to be an Irish cream kind of cookie. But
I think there was. I don't think it was popular or not popular enough, so they got rid of it, though.
Yeah, because like honestly, nowadays, the cookies that I recognize is they still have the trefoils. That's true. They still have the tagalongs.
Yeah,
That's true. And then they have
Thin Mints.
and Samoas.
And the Dositos
sometimes, but you have to catch it in the right way. And also, like, my favorite was always like the lemon cookie.
Yeah, that's rare when you find a Girl Scout troop that sells the lemon ones. It's like really rare.
Yeah, and whenever I do find that, I buy at least 6 boxes.
See, I'm a Thin Mint whore, so I it's very easy for me to get my fix on Thin Mints. Yeah, and it also helps that the Keebler elves, you know, they have a fake Thin Mint flavor.
Yes.
And there's like a lot of like, because they started making like, oh, these are basically Girl Scout cookies that you could have year round, and then there's a Thin Mint version of that always. So I'm like, all right, cool.
We enjoy it.
Yeah.
It makes a very happy chocobo quack.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
better than Gishel's greens.
I mean, wow, that tangent completely. I lost my train of thought here. Oh, we were talking about Boston.
Yeah.
We're talking about Boston. That is a parade that I would probably like to attend also as well, because they're obviously like very big with FDNY. Like I can go there in my dress blues and march in that parade if I wanted to, which would be nice. I mean, technically I would have. If I didn't wake up late today and I could have marched in the parade today and then been out drinking with my coworkers today. But I chose to be here with you lovely people and the Phoenix Nation.
So hit a like and follow and subscribe and all that good stuff.
I mean, that is true. That is true, because I'm giving up prime drinking time for you guys. I mean, granted, I'm most likely going to go out later. I'm probably going to hit up the Bronx. Like I was saying earlier, my friend is DJing at a place called the Riverdale Steakhouse up in Riverdale in the Bronx. So that is most likely where I'm going to be. So if you guys are listening...
Hopefully they have the shepherd's pie.
Oh, no,
for you.
I'm not worried. DigiNan is bringing me shepherd's pie and corned beef and cabbage when he drops by later.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, that man knows how to get to my heart on St. Patrick's Day, is bring me Irish food. I mean, he can bring me Irish food any day of the week and it'll be right to my heart. But today is special. Like I said, we're just a little bit more Irish today than usual, which is fine. I don't know. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play the Chocobo dance, and I want to hear your funniest St. Patrick's Day story, Choco. Okay?
My funniest St. Patrick's Day story. Oh, boy.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
I'm trying to think. I'm very boring. I usually don't go out on St. Patrick's Day.
There's no such thing as boring. There's got to be something that stands out to you on one St. Patrick's Day. Just something that you're just like, how did this even happen?
Some of my friends went out on St. Patrick's Day once, and then somehow I met up with them at night, and they were completely wasted to the point where they were doing fake accents and had managed to convince other people they were Irish and got free drinks from it with their fake drunk accents.
That is impressive.
I was like, all right, you do you. I got food out of it, so I was like, all right, that's fine.
Nothing better than feeding a chocobo.
Exactly.
Nothing better than feeding a chocobo. And the best part about that is I've done that. I've done that. I am guilty. I am so guilty. Because honestly, I lived in Britain. I lived in England for about a year when I was younger. And that's because I was dating a guy. We were engaged, whatever. Story for another day. And living there, obviously, my New York accent, I'm very good at picking up accents. If you talk to me for a few minutes, I'm most likely going to start mirroring your accent. It's an ADHD thing. It's an intelligence thing. It's what we do. So if you're talking to me in a British accent, I'm obviously going to be able to start mimicking your accent a little bit. And then eventually I'm going to make it my own. So, unfortunately, when I lived over in Britain, my accent became a little bit of a mixture of Cockney, because we were in the southern part of Britain, and I could still be very proper when I needed to when we went to London, if you can't tell. And then somehow, some way, always, it would morph into a southern accent. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why. It just does. And so, honestly, I was talking to a friend of mine who is Irish. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell if you spoke to her. She's my sister from another mister. We graduated through the academy together. She's actually in the FDNY Pipes and Drums band. She marched today. She kicked some serious ass. Love you, Althea. You're the best. Big shout out right there.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, she's so freaking cool. But basically, she came from Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
And the only time I ever hear her accent is when she's angry or drunk.
Sounds about right with most accents.
I love it because if I can get her to do it and then I imitate her, it's great because you can't tell that I'm not from Ireland when I do it. So, I mean, honestly, if you want to talk like you're from Ireland, you can do it a little bit, but you got to have a little bit of a higher talking when you do it. And then you have to kind of calm down the cockney in your voice. So you always have to sound like you're talking and asking a question. That's just how I theorized it in my brain when I was doing the accent, where it's like, all right, how you doing? How you doing, innit? You know, that kind of thing. So doing that accent, I'm not, the drunker I am, the better the accent is, trust me. But
No.
it has gotten me free drinks.
Nice.
Not gonna lie, it has. I mean, that and also being FDNY, you get drinks.
Well, yeah.
You get lots of fucking drinks.
I mean, the friends that I had, neither of them were Irish.
Oh no!
So they literally, they weren't Irish. They were just out drinking and faking accents and got free drinks.
Duh and or hello.
Nice. I approve of this story. I approve of this story. I have a pretty solid tradition for myself when it comes to St. Patrick's Day. If I'm not marching in the parade or hanging out with my coworkers, I usually do end up finding myself down at Connolly's 45 in Midtown. Because my favorite band, Shillelagh Law, always plays St. Patrick's Day.
Are they playing today?
I missed them. They're at 4:00. So, they're going on in 25 minutes. There's no way I'm getting to Midtown Manhattan in less than that time. But it's fine because they'll be playing, and I'm sure I'll see them. There's plenty of Irish fests that are starting to come around again now that things are starting to go somewhat back to normal. With the pandemic?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, because we did mention that we don't even know con schedules because of it. But the good thing about it is they're play again. And I've seen them for, God, I've been following them for like 15 years, 14 years, something like that. A long time. Okay? And my tradition is usually see them on St. Patrick's Day, get fucking toasted, celebrate my birthday if I didn't have a chance to celebrate my birthday, and just have a basically good time.
I mean, that sounds fun to me.
It's a good time. I mean, I'm not a heavy drinker. I can be. I just choose not to be because usually I'm the one that is responsible for everybody else when we go out because mom mode activate.
That's what I do. That's my mode because I don't drink, so I'm always have to watch everyone else. I'm like, this isn't fun.
Not fun.
Nothing for you.
Nope. But then sometimes when I do drink and I am in that kind of an environment, I do tend to do this. I'm not going to deny it. I have had some plus ultra moments in my drunken haze. It's been, I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny any of these happenings, so it is what it is. But I can tell you my funniest St. Patrick's Day story.
Yes, I would like to hear yours.
So, should I play the Chocobo song just for it?
Sure, why not?
Why not? It's a story time, so here we go. Anyways, so for me, St. Patrick's Day, I want to say 2012 was probably the funniest St. Patrick's Day that I've ever had because I went out on a bar crawl, which
oh boy.
I normally tend to avoid because of the connotations of the bar crawl. Okay, and it's just... So I had gone out I had gone out with 2 former friends of mine, these 2 girls. And again, I'm Irish and I can hold my liquor. They couldn't. And after the first 2 places that we hit, because it was a big thing, like we had bracelets and we had a whole route. And
so it was a really big bar crawl.
It was huge. We, like, on the route alone, I think you had like 7 or 8 bars.
Ouch.
And these are all in Manhattan.
And this was on St. Patrick's Day.
On St. Patrick's Day. And the best part is because we had the wristbands, we didn't have to pay for our drinks, just tip the bartenders. Mm-hmm. As long as you had the bracelet and you showed the bracelet, you were getting free beer. If you wanted premium liquor, though, that was different.
Well, yeah, if you wanted like the fancy drinks or whatever.
Right, like if you wanted an Irish car bomb, you got to pay for the car bomb. But
that's not bad.
No, it was 2012. That's 10 years ago we're talking here. So yeah. I'm pacing myself because I was like, I'll just get fucking wasted at the last bar. Mm-hmm. These 2 dumb bitches decide to just go crazy and just drink as much as they can. They're double fisting. And they got so sick by the 3rd bar that I had to call up this guy that I was seeing at the time to come pick us up in the middle of crazy ass freaking St. Patrick's Day shenanigans, Manhattan. Because my friend, one of them couldn't even stand up anymore. And we had to literally put a plastic bag around their neck because they kept throwing up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The other one was so freaking drunk, but she, is trying to take care of the other one who's even drunker. And I'm just standing there going, okie dokie, this is not how I want to spend my St. Patrick's Day, but okay. That's just how, and I was literally just dying laughing the entire time. Mm-hmm. No shame there. And yeah, so the guy I was seeing, he came, he picked us up, and unfortunately the girl spewed all over the back of his car.
Oh my God.
Even though we had a bag around her head, she could still breathe, people. Don't worry, we didn't put it over her head. It was around her neck. Chill. Okay. All right. But yeah, she somehow missed the bag, or the bag sprung a leak. I don't even remember. But
oh, geez. That's gross.
Yeah.
That's so gross.
It's so gross because all the beer that we were drinking was dyed green.
Ugh, yeah. That's even worse. So that was like exorcism level stuff happening to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Green vomit. Gross.
I mean, that day still lives in infamy with me.
Yeah, I don't think I'd forget that either.
No, because now every year since then, whenever those 2, when we were still friends, whenever they wanted to go out, I would say nope.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever go out with them again either.
Like, no.
If I were you.
Nope. I was like, no, guys, I'm sorry. I can never go out with you again. And they were like, why? I'm like, because you did this. Like, you didn't even make it to the 3rd bar. Like, I'm sorry. If I paid the money that I paid to go drink at 7 or 8 different bars for free for the course of a few hours, I'm getting my money's worth of that, and I didn't because you stupid bitches decided to get stupid drunk.
What did he say?
So, that is my funny St. Patrick's Day story.
That is a crazy St. Patrick's Day story.
It's a good story, though.
Mm-hmm. No, it is a good story.
I mean, and I hope that we brought you, Phoenix Nation, some interesting facts about St. Patrick's Day, as well as some funny tangents and stuff like that. And honestly, if you guys aren't following us on social media already, we want to hear, what is your funniest St. Patrick's Day memory? What is your favorite thing to do? What is a tradition that you insist on doing, even if you're not Irish?
I always try and have corned beef and cabbage on St. Patrick's Day. I'm not going to have it this year because it was too expensive, but I'll have it later this week.
Exactly. So, Phoenix Nation, we want to hear from you. And obviously, you're going to have to go to our Instagram to see that wonderful doppelganger picture of our Choco.
Is it the real Choco or am I the real Choco? The world will never know.
Dun, dun, dun. I mean, it's possible you could be both.
Maybe I'm a changeling.
Oh, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But in all honesty, guys, we love sharing our experiences and our stories. And honestly, I mean, the second round crew always nicknamed me the knowledge bomb for a reason, because obviously I just brought you a fuck ton of facts about a obscure thing that everybody only associates leprechauns with. I mean, here you go. I could go into more about St. Patrick and the whole thing with the snakes, but I'm not going to. Just know that it was not him chasing the pagans out of Ireland. Because trust me, Celtic paganism is still alive and well.
Yes, that's just Catholic
rhetoric.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and we don't hate on our Catholic.
Which is a reoccurring. No, it's yeah. We don't hate on them, but it's a reoccurring theme in a lot of mythologies.
Basically. But Choco, any closing remarks while we wrap it up and get ready to go have some delicious, food? Because I'm about to have some fucking Irish corned beef and cabbage and shepherd's pie, and you got your Irish soda bread. So
minus the caraway seeds.
But it's some better than nothing.
Yeah. If someone has a "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" shirt on it, ask for consent before you kiss them. That's my takeaway.
I mean, here's my takeaway. Every St. Patrick's Day, I have one shirt that I wear. And it is a green tank top that says, "Pinch me and I will punch you." And that still stands true. That still stands true, because these Irish eyes ain't lying. I will punch you in the face if you pinch me. So
Smashing.
in your face.
God damn!
In your face. But Phoenix Nation, we love you. Please follow us on all of our social media. We are at the Phoenix Gate on every single listening platform. We are on Instagram. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitter. We are on Facebook. We are on, where else are we?
All the podcast channels.
Yes, we are. We're on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Play, all that crap. And also, do not forget to follow Chocobo on their personal Twitch and Instagrams.
Or Jade on her personals as well.
Yes, that is true. You can follow me. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm everywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, have a happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
And have a safe St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Oh, yes, that too.
Considering this is our first since the panini, I want everybody out there to make smart choices. I know you probably won't, but it's fine. It's fine. It is absolutely fine. There is no judgment here on the Phoenix Gate. But on that note, my darlings, we are going to say farewell, as Wiedersehen, Slante, as we lovely Irish people love to say it. Pog Mahone, if you know what I mean, you know. So on that note, Choco, thank you once again for joining me. And what did I tell you about leprechauns?
I know. I'm not going to chase them anymore.
Atta girl. All right, my darlings. Until next time, bye.